There's a really unusual demographic at work here. Over 80% of the residents are foreign, and many of the expats conform to the stereotype of a middle manager in a suit. The Emirati stereotype is that of someone who doesn't need to work due to their country's great wealth. I'm here to explore the working lives that don't conform entirely to type.
Talking about sustainability, about renewable energy, advanced technologies.
But are they still talking about it and they're not following this example? The malls, the structures here, they're still not built in the same way Masdar is built.
Dubai already announced building now itself a solar hub.
Is it a case that Abu Dhabi's oil wealth will mean that Masdar will succeed because you'll throw all the money at it to ensure it will succeed?
We have to be sustainable not only with our environment.
The BBC's Olympics reporter Amandeep Bhangu is here.
7 years ago in the celebrations in Trafalgar Square, when London found out that we'd successfully got the bid, the speculation started. What would be in the opening ceremony? Would whomever took on that poison chalice, some people called it, be able to deliver? Tonight, I think we are all joined in unison applauding Danny Boyle. The performance behind us to talk about James's area, boxing, Anthony Joshua, that brilliant gold that he achieved for us today. He picked up boxing 4 years ago. 2016, Rio, 4 years in the future. Who knows what brilliant star we might have. And I'd say to you, on the last day of the Olympics, we should look forward to that exciting surprise that might be delivered if they deliver on coaching, talent, and put the money in the right places.
Hugely successful, but not without their ups and downs, not without their controversies.
Well, this is what makes the coverage so interesting for us. You arrive at these great sporting events and you really can't pre-write the script. Oscar Pistorius, the poster boy of the Paralympics, he's got that kind of high profile that not many other Paralympians actually have.
Going to take place over the next few days.
Paralympics GB, they've taken inspiration from how well Team GB have done. Of course, in Beijing, Paralympics GB finished second. We're being cautious here, but in the background, of course, the villagers who have no option really in terms of using the water supply here. Of course, they're completely exposed. So the contrast is quite stark. Chair is assessing the rate of infection in Lamsar, a village in one of the worst affected areas in Senegal. Silks are some of nature's most remarkable materials. They can be tough, resilient, and biocompatible with the human body. I'm Amandeep Bhangu, and I'm in Oxford, England, to find out how the scientists here are harnessing silk technology for revolutionary medical purposes. This is where you extract the silk from her abdomen. It's just about visible to the human eye. We've just been to a river and we've seen the damage that can happen from eutrophication, from the excess phosphorus in fertilisers like this. Exactly. And what exactly is it that you're trying to do to tackle that problem? So this is one solution to combating depletion of phosphorus. You're actually recycling the phosphorus that's already in the system, already in the environment, already in food sources. While recycling is now commonplace for some materials, many polluting products are still destined for landfill. And even when things are recycled, they're often turned into low-grade materials that are less valuable than the original item. I'm Amandeep Bhangu in New Jersey, America, to meet a company that's developing technologies to revolutionize the way we think about rubbish. We've just stopped because we've seen an orangutan on our trail and it's walking up to us. Oh. Efan, I think I might need you next to me for this.
Past her. It is really past her. Get my bag.
Yes.
Go there. And let's go there. Oh wait. Hey.
Wow.
I ain't got anything,
We've literally been walking for 10 minutes. I can't believe this.
Just walk.
Walk away. Walk away.
I'm going to walk with her.
Okay.
Let you walk.
And this is the real Punjab. Sugar cane in hand and green fields as far as the eye can see. 80,000 people visit this place a day. All are offered langar, a free meal prepared entirely by volunteers. And it's made in one of the world's biggest kitchens. I soon learned that rolling the perfect roti, the staple flatbread, isn't as easy as it looks. Take two. This is the first of 400 sculptures to be submerged off the coast later this year. And guess who has the honour of being immortalised in the name of environmental art? Well, I'll see you guys in about 40 minutes. I'll try and be patient. Wish me luck. Strike the pose. After 40 minutes under plaster of Paris, it's a relief to emerge from my shell.
Okay. We're good.
Oh, wow. So once all 400 sculptures are finished, they'll be sunk into the seabed along with my completed one at the end of this year. So when you're next in Mexico, come catch me in Cancun. And this place also has the famous Shanghainese dim sum restaurant, so much so that queues at this restaurant can often take over an hour. And this is what the wait's all about, the Xiaolong Bao. The Lycian Way runs from Fethiye to Antalya. It traces the path Alexander the Great once travelled. It's off to one of Kate's favourite spots for our last leg of the Lycian Way, the Lighthouse of Kilodonia. The dogs are leading the way as always, but this way is fairly well signposted.
Yeah, it's quite a popular part of the route.
It's fair to say it's a clunky vehicle to drive. Makes a horrendous noise and really doesn't go that fast either. Now, if the demands of the driving are rather distracting and you don't get to take in the scenery, not to worry. There are regular breaks at many of Berlin's icons, so you get to take in the best of the city. And there's a chance to swap drivers if you want. I think I'm going to be slightly greedy and drive the rest of the way myself.
This is one of the oldest markets. It's always busy and it just sells a variety of things. So that's why people actually come here.
The difference you feel straight away is if you were driving past, you wouldn't be able to get as close as the action.
Definitely you
but
would
also,
never.
You wouldn't even be able to interact with people either.
And people see you differently. Once you're in a car, people see you differently.
Over 2,000 tons of food worth over $15 million are sold here daily. Try a bit? Oh, okay. That's actually really decent. Really sweet and very fresh. Arigato. It's worth waking up early to see the landscape changing as the train meanders across the country. So travelling from capital to coast took 15 hours. Yes, you can do it in half the time by road, and it's only an hour by air. But if you believe great travel is as much about the journey as it is the destination, then it's an adventure worth taking. But who would have thought the Dubai desert would be the setting of a literature festival? The festival itself is in its 5th year, but this is the first time they're bringing it out in the ocean. If I was nervous watching the other boats from a distance, you can imagine how I feel when it's our turn and we get closer and closer. Feeling the full force, I can hardly face the falls. It's the height of the music festival season here in the UK. Some of the biggest bands in the world are performing to huge crowds in the open air. This is Reading Festival. The band are just minutes away from performance. They're doing their last minute sound check now. And from here, the crowd looks amazing. It looks like there's going to be rain in the south, but it's sunny up north. But then there are some showers developing a little bit later, so I recommend you taking an umbrella out with you.